Ladies and gentlemen, I really like watching this fighter. This is Bryan Vasquez. He's fighting on Saturday night, Madison Square Garden against Felix Verdejo. Comes from Costa Rica, and he's a real stylist. I really enjoy watching his fights. He's entertained the hell out of me. He's in against the guy who has been heralded, who has been hyped from that island, Puerto Rico, where they have so many great fighters. Puerto Rico has that reputation. Costa Rica, not as much for boxing. Talk about that a little bit, about proving something about where you live, where you grew up and learned boxing. Yeah.
Bueno, primero que todo, estoy muy agradecido con Papá Dios. Estoy muy agradecido con Papá Dios. Ha sido una gran oportunidad que me brindó Top Rank de estar el día de hoy acá, de tener una gran pelea como lo es con Felix Verdejo.
First of all, I want to thank God, and I want to thank Top Rank for giving me this opportunity. This is the opportunity that I've been waiting for. So it's such an honor to share the ring with Felix Verdejo.
Él es un gran peleador, es un gran boxeador, estilista. Se supone que era uno de los grandes prospectos que Top Rank tenía. Pues ha fallado en ciertas cosas o no le ha ido muy bien o como se esperaba.
So he's a straight boxer. He's a stylist. He's a great one. Top Rank has invested a lot of money in him, but a couple things went wrong during that process when they were building him up.
Eso no implica que él es malo o que llega mal preparado. Sé que va a ser una gran pelea.
That doesn't have to do anything with the quality of fighter that he is. He's an amazing fighter. He's a true fighter, and this is going to be a great fight.
A mí, en lo personal, a mí me emociona cada vez que voy a pelear con boxeadores de ese nivel. Ahora voy a pelear con un olímpico que es una gran figura, que todo el mundo pues cree mucho en él, más que todo su pueblo, ¿verdad? Puerto Rico cree mucho en él. Y pues venimos a demostrar que merezco estar en las grandes ligas.
This excites me a lot because I'm always the underdog when I come to fight. So especially being from Costa Rica. Now he's from Puerto Rico. He's got a whole country behind him, especially in New York. So that gets me even more excited because I'm going to go in there and I'm going to win that crowd as I'm going to win the fight. This is the fights that I'm built for.
Vasquez, I got to tell you though, you might be catching Verdejo at the wrong time because he lost not that long ago, and to continue his career, he really needs to get serious. So this might be the very best Verdejo. It might not be the right time.
Tal vez no fue el mejor momento para ti para tomar esta pelea, ya que Verdejo viene de perder. Entonces ahorita ganó una y viene con todo el hambre de hacer las cosas bien.
Hermano, yo siempre digo con todo en contra. Ya sea con él, con el pasado o al antepasado. Para mí eso no es problema. Yo vengo preparado, vengo enfocado en hacer mi trabajo y pues enfrentar a boxeadores tan grandes como lo es él. A mí eso es lo que me hace crecer como persona y como boxeador, y estoy seguro que vamos a salir con la mano en alto esa noche.
So I've always been the underdog. Everything has always been against me. With this guy, with the guy before that one, and the guy before that one. This is the first time in my career that I've had a promoter, and I'm still the B-side. So I'm used to this. I'm used to this. This is the girl that I like dancing with, being an opponent. So I think he chose wrong fighting with me because I'm used to these. I'm made for these big fights, and coming Saturday night, I'm going to prove to the world that I belong in the elite of boxing. Especially at 135, I feel great.
Thank you for talking to Fight Hub. And translating, what's your name?
Well, my name is Hector Fernandez, and I'm Bryan's manager. And I do want to say something out of my heart, which is Bryan Vasquez, when you were talking about the Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Bryan Vasquez is the first Costa Rican world champion in history. He's the first ever. And he's the first ever to be signed with a promotional company. And his wife, Hannah Gabriels, which is over there, is the second and the first female world champion in history of Costa Rica.
And you know what I'm not going to ask? Who the best fighter in that house is. I'm not going to ask that.
He was undefeated until he met her.
I'm not touching that, man. So, Vasquez, what's the prediction for Saturday night?
¿Cuál es la predicción para el sábado?
Hermano, ganar. A mí ese tipo me tiene que sacar muerto de ahí para lograrme ganar.
He said, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna say this quote that he told me when I first told him about the fight. When Bob Arum called me, he said, Hector, we have this opportunity for Vasquez. What do you think? I called Bryan, and Bryan told me, Hector, I want this fight. And I said, are you sure? And he said, I'm gonna tell you one thing. In order for me to lose, he needs to kill me. And in order for him to kill me, he's gonna have to be willing to die right next to me. And you know what? He's too young to die. So he's not willing to die. So I'm gonna win that fight.
Hey, great stuff. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Looking forward to watching you on Saturday night, Madison Square Garden.